Hello, everybody. My name is Cloud O'Connor, and we are here for the final episode of Crossroads, a Hunters and Cars story. I have what I can only describe to be an all-star cast sitting in my Zoom chat. Let's go through and learn who they all are one last time. And we're going to change up the order. Arlo, tell the people who the hell you are.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Arlo. My pronouns are he/him, and I am a TTRPG and D&D content creator and kind of sketch comic, I guess is the best way of describing myself. And you can find me on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch streams hopefully soon on Lentric. Handball off to whoever you want to handball off to next, Connor.
Lachy, who the hell are you, dude?
Hey, what's up? My name's Lachy. I'm from MimicsDen, a TTRPG podcast, little world building, a bit of voice acting coming into the mix now. You can find me over at the MimicsDen on Instagram, soon to be available where all your good podcasts are available, and probably some dodgy ones. I appearing in as Gerard Cole here on Crossroads again, and probably by the time this goes out, I'll be over on Hexes and Vexes as a new character. We'll talk about that later, I guess. And I'll palm it off to whoever is next.
Man, you really failed at the last second there.
Yeah, I didn't stick the landing.
Jacob, who the hell are you, dude?
Yeah, my name is Jacob. I am an artist. My medium's focusing in digital art and cosplay. I do cosplay commissions as well as art commissions for character design, overlays, backgrounds, and anything else that you might need for your personal self, or maybe for your the actual play that you're running. You can find me all over on all the internets and all the socials at JrSchorlunch. That's JrSchor lunch. And you can also find me at over on Boss Jelly Bean's channel, where I play Rex Morrison, who is a person who's doing things. But here, I am the maybe lovable, and Southern Belle, Auggie Calhoun.
You can just say Rex over on Amber Ascension is like hot, bro. It's fine. I know. I've watched the show. It's okay.
Okay, fine. He's hot. He's hot.
Okay.
He's problematic, but he's hot.
Mm-hmm. All right, xClementine, who the hell are you?
Hello, I am a Just Chatting streamer over on Twitch. You can call me Clem. My pronouns are she, any. I cover a lot of different topics about a lot of different things. So if you want to come have some interactive discussions, then pop on in. Our community are great and inclusive. And I am playing Ella Young. She was YouTube... Well, I was going to say, no, she's a successful YouTuber. She just didn't think she was a successful YouTuber. And now she's figuring out whether that's still what she wants. So we'll see what this story is with her finale today. I'm very excited.
Me too. What a coincidence. All right, Savannah, who are you?
I am Savannah. I am the TTRPG on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, any of the socials. And actually, by the time this comes out, I'll probably already be on Twitch at Not Quite Novelists, Twitch and YouTube, and I'm so excited for that. I'm not nervous, that's fine. And today I am playing Penny Lancaster, who is currently kind of in a state of shock, so let's see what shakes her out of it.
Hopefully something will shake her out of it, because I like to leave them to the end every time. Much like the inevitable end he is on a lot of TTRPGs. Omega, who are you, my friend?
Hello everybody, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Quit Bard across all social media channels, except for those I'm not on anymore for various reasons. My pronouns are he and they. I am a professional actor and vocalist from the Midwest of the United States, turned tabletop designer, gamer, dungeon master, Twitch partner, host, moderator, jack of all trades, master of like 3 of them is my motto. And today I play Sir Archibald Grimhollow, also known as Archie to those who have the audacity to call him that. He is the secret keeper of the House of Unknowns, Nevers, and Threats, also known as Hunt. And he will keep all secrets. To death, never do you part.
God, I forgot how much I loved hearing that accent. Okay. My name's Cloudkill pronouns he, him. You can find me here on YouTube and Twitch. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me selling clothes at a website where if you buy them, there's a chance that I'll kiss them. That's not true. It's such a pleasure to be here. I can't wait to finish this story. I will be playing everyone else and probably the doom of some of these characters, but that's okay. We have fun. Okay. We feeling good?
Yeah.
Well, drop that feeling immediately.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what's speaking for us, Arlo.
I'm feeling something.
Good.
Feeling feelings.
Well, without further ado, we open on a black screen. The sound of rain, soft at first, then heavier. Wind howls through the trees, and then a voice. A man's voice, whispering under his breath, hoarse, broken. A light flickers on in the basement of the Silverbrook Motel. The dim yellow light buzzes overhead, casting these long shadows. The concrete walls are damp. Rust, dark stains bloom near the drain in the center of the floor. The air is thick, stale, carries the scent of rot, of something left too long in the dark. Elias Silver stands at his workbench. His hands tremble, gripping a carving knife. His stomach knots. Empty, aching. He hasn't eaten in hours, days. Who knows? It gnaws at him, twisting in his gut, but he barely notices anymore. That hunger, the one he started with, feels distant now, swallowed by something deeper.
Do they remember you, Elias?
The voice slides between his thoughts like a blade cutting through marrow. He startles, he turns towards the sound, but no one is there. His gaze drifts to the old motel ledger lying open on the bench, pages yellowed, ink smudged, a list of names filling the pages. His name is there, Silver. He drags his fingers over the ink. It wavers in his vision like the letters are shifting beneath his touch.
They stayed there. They lived here. They forgot you.
His breath kind of shudders out of him and his hands tighten around the knife. He was supposed to be remembered. His family built this place. Silverbrook, his name. But no one comes anymore. No one stays. The motel is dying. He is dying.
But they could remember you, Elias.
The voice is closer now, beneath his skin, curling in his ribs like an ache, a craving. In the corner of the basement, movement. A shadow, tall, watching. The shadow shifts, a glimpse of something, too many fingers, too many joints, curling inward like a beckoning hand. The hunger inside Elias twists deep and bottomless. He swallows hard, and he turns towards the stranger tied to the chair. And the hollow one beneath stirs. And we cut to the title card. We pick up exactly where we left off. You all stand at the threshold of the tunnel in front of you. The air is heavy and damp, clinging to your skin. Your breath fogs in this cold emanating out, the faint mist curling and disappearing before your eyes. What are you all doing?
Ella is definitely following behind Montgomery. He seemed to be very confident about entering this before everyone, and I assume you'll still be kind of at the head. And so I think that very closely behind, she's following your lead, as this entire journey for her, at least, has been not what she signed up for. So definitely has stepped back and has allowed the clear professionals around her, there'll be some behind, some in front, to guide her on whatever is next. And she will shoot when told to, jump when told to, and she is head down determined.
Yeah, I think Montgomery definitely is storming directly in. I think if he turns back to see Ella kind of closely following by, I think slightly wicked smile would probably spread across his face as he's walking into the darkness, not illuminating anything in any form, and looks to you. Though we walk through the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Perhaps it's about time that evil feared me. And he's going to turn back and just continue walking into the darkness.
All right, take a fate token at the top of it. You know I'm a
Thank you.
sucker for a one-liner.
Thank you.
You know it. What are the rest of y'all doing?
Auggie is walking next to Archie, not even trying, but successfully ignoring Penny.
Penny, I assume, is taking up the rear because she just gave up something that was the thing that she had been like clinging on to her entire adult life. And then it was immediately given to her and then ripped away. And she is like staring in the direction of Auggie, but kind of in like a middle distance kind of thing. She is just like, and I think is just kind of blindly now walking forward, but is probably trailing at least a couple of feet behind everybody else.
Where is Gerard?
Gerard, where are you?
If I recall correctly, I was probably towards the back as well after giving up a second offering for Sir Archibald, so he did not have to divulge a secret. So I would be at the back, towards the back of the pack, I think.
Did it look like he's purposely keeping distance, or is he just happens to be in the back?
Gerard is deep in thought. If I may, I dare say you'd be crafty enough or understanding enough of people to understand that there's both anticipation mingled with a bit of fear and excitement behind his eyes. I don't know if you would have seen what he gave up, but it was the pendant to ward off his father's scent, or ward his scent off from his father trying to track him down.
I think he absolutely was watching because of the importance of what needed to happen. But I think he's just going to let the space be the space for now. Focus on the mission at hand. And I think he's unnaturally walking slightly closer to Auggie than he probably intends. I think he can read Augustus Calhouln better than most people here, and he knows something is off. And even if he doesn't say he knows, even if he doesn't know he knows, his spirit does, and spirit is closer to Auggie.
Okay. You all step inside, crossing the threshold, and the temperature drops further. The walls feel tighter, pressing in, the ceiling just low enough to make you aware of it. Ahead, the path stretches downward beneath the mountain. The incline, gentle but unrelenting. You see lanterns hanging from the walls, old and rusted, the glass streaked with soot, and they flicker to life as you pass. The faint glow casting these uneven, shifting lights. It's not comforting in the way that pushing back the darkness should be. The flames move too much, the shadows jumping across the stone as if they're trying to get out of your point of view. And then, on the wind, just whispers. Nothing intelligible, but a semblance of trying to say something. Pushing forward.
I think just as these winds start to blow and there's been a little bit of distance taken within this cave system. There's a very much recognizable. So, are we all aware of the truth that lies before us? That there's a highly probable chance that this would be a life or death situation for many of us.
I think the silence, not unlike us as players, probably hangs a little bit longer with the characters as well. And particularly Ella, that is going to weigh on her, but thinking about the lives that have been lost before, even the kind of connections that brought her here, I think you will hear her say something in a whisper about, we need to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else, right? That's what you guys do.
I think at the sound of Ella's voice, it kind of takes me out of my trance a little bit, and I want to get to be able to walk by her, because she's the reason I came here. She's the person that everything that just happened needs to, like, I kind of force it to go onto the back burner in my mind, even though I don't want it to. But I know that my priority needs to be, like, making sure that I've been in this game longer. If I don't get out alive, I'm going to make sure that Ella does. So I'm going to kind of just make sure that I'm by her, at least. I don't say anything. I just kind of walk past everybody to get to her.
As Ella is asking that question, Auggie just kind of is taking in the words, hearing the echoes throughout the cave of her voice and Archie's voice. He goes, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do, little twink. There's just no guarantee that that's what we do.
Ella will nod silently to herself, which I guess with the lanterns you can kind of see, but she's accepting that while still not accepting that, if that makes sense. It's a process.
Okay. Pushing further on, the lanterns begin to go dark behind you, one by one, snuffed out by some unseen force. You can all hear and feel, and I think Archie said it best, where, you can kind of feel in spirit the people around you. And I think this event has kind of inextricably bound that to everybody. And I think a lot like the lanterns snuffing out, you stop feeling everybody in succession, just whoosh. And you realize you're all very much alone in this cave. Montgomery. The tunnel in front of you stretches onwards. The flickering lantern light is barely holding this darkness at bay, but you can see the path in front of you is lit up. Do you push on forward?
I don't think I hesitate to. I don't think I turn around to see what anyone's doing. I see a path. I see follow the light.
Follow the light. Very nice. You realize the tunnel's getting a little bit tighter, and you kind of like hold your hand out just to kind of gauge space between it. And the texture of the rock shifts slightly. Before it was very much, a rocky outcrop, but it's more of a tactile sensation now, like bump, bump, bump. And you realize very quickly that it's Braille on the wall.
Whoa, I don't like you, Connor.
You're pulled back for the second, this memory crashing into you like a wave. You were giving a sermon, warm, lit by candlelight, it ended and a man came up to you, sat across me, his hands trembling, and we cut. And you see him you're teaching him Braille. And you learn with him, laughing at the shared mistakes that you make. And for the first time in years, you feel purpose. Not as a priest, but as a man who just wanted to help another man. But here in the cold, the Braille under your fingers isn't scripture. It's something darker, something cruel. You trace these dots and they spell out a message.
Would you confess, Father?
The memory shifts. The warmth of this church fades. It's replaced by the chill of the tunnel. And you see this man's smile fade away. And confessions begin. Whispers rising around you, voices from your own past, the weight of their sins bearing down on you. But underneath them all, you hear a voice.
You've done worse. Far worse than any of them.
You can feel the Braille just glowing faintly beneath your hand, warm to the touch. It's biting within your skin, and something stirs inside of you, its presence coiling up in the pit of your stomach.
Confess your sins, Father. Isn't that what you tell them? Repent and ye shall be saved, or are we skipping that part today?
It seems to be awaiting a response.
I think in that, as I guess all of this unfolds, if I turn back behind me, do I see anything, or am I in this experience alone at the moment?
You're alone in the sense that none of the fellow hunters are with you, but I think you're very much together in the sense that what's speaking to is very real.
Cool. God, that's an emotional, overwhelming moment there. I have nothing left to confess. Can I do shenanigan stuff?
Of course you can do shenanigan stuff.
Can I tap in, I don't know if there's a thing that works, tap into my little friend that occupies me and see if I can see anything beyond what is currently visible to me? Or is that too shenanigan-y?
That's not too shenanigan. I am going to set a very high DC for it, though.
Cool.
Give me a... Let's call it a lore check.
Good. That's good for me. It's my D20.
Incredible. It's going to be 25.
Yeah,
so you need to explode. Or you can spend the fate tokens.
I've got a fair few fate tokens. Let's see what I roll. Nah. Even with all my fate tokens, that would only get me to a 17.
You reach into this friend as you so...
One question is, he's physically alone, right? Or is it just more of like, can we see him?
You can't see anybody at the moment.
Cool.
If you want to give him some fate tokens...
Well, I was going to say that I have the ability that every fate token that they use counts as 2.
Would that get you to the DC?
I was going to use 8, so that'd be 16 plus 9. What's that get to? Am I mathing? Is that 25?
That would be 25.
Feels good to me.
Okay, then yes, I'm going to get rid of all my fate tokens that I've been banking.
The last remnants that you can feel of your friends will say that Augie's aptitude lets you reach further down into yourself. You've been to some low lows, I would say, right, Montgomery?
Yeah, I have.
Incredible. This is the lowest low that I think anybody is ever going to reach. Your vision casts downward, and it's not vision in a traditional sense. You're not seeing these things unfold, but it feels like burrowing deeper and deeper into the earth before you reach a spot where even this being inside of you doesn't want to go because it's too cold. It is freezing. Whatever's down there, even your little friend is afraid of it.
Right. So am I right in assuming he wants me to confess what I did?
I think that's a pretty good guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I think Montgomery will take a second, but I like to assume there's some kind of area that he can sit, almost like it is confessional in a way. And then sit down. I think confess that prior to finding the church in his youth, troubled youth, needing money, needing a quick buck, in a robbery gone wrong, in a sense. Montgomery shot and killed a father, and was never caught for it. No, they never found the culprit, and that kind of turned him towards the church afterwards. But yes, Montgomery is a murderer in a very different sense.
The thing inside you coils up like a cat, if that makes sense, in a comfortable spot.
They still listen to you after all that. Isn't that rich, Father? Don't we love that? Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord. That's Jeremiah 17:7, right? Tell me, how many would still trust you if they knew? Should we ask them?
Go ahead.
We're gonna have to make it out of here first. And while you're my ride, I'm gonna need you to stay tip-top.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Matthew 7:1. Judge not, lest ye be judged. I'm feeling pretty judged.
What is it that you'd have me do? What is it that you want?
Come now, Father, give me the collar. I'll do the preaching. I'll even teach the good book if you ask. Now, how about John, I think it's 8:44 maybe? You are of your father, the devil. Oh, wait. That one might hit a little too close now.
Is it a nice scripture session we're going to have here, or are you going to get to the point?
All I'm saying is not to be too anachronistic with it. Let me have a spin at the wheel.
Okay.
You want to flip a coin for it?
That does sound fun from a player's point of view. Yeah, how about this? No coin necessary. A soul for a soul. You can have the wheel, but and if you steer us towards justice, get us out of here. The vessel is yours.
Well. Well, hell. You've got yourself a deal, Father. I'd shake your hand, but...
And you feel your own hands just clasp each other.
All right, come along. I think we have to find your friends.
And I think you go to move, and then you realize you've taken a backseat.
Yep.
And let me just send you your other character sheet.
Thank you.
Okay. You push forward. Well, you don't push forward, but someone does.
It does.
Gerard. The tunnel stretches onward. The air grows heavier, colder. The silence presses down on you like a weight. And then a scent seems to cut through the damp. Lavender? It's light, it's familiar, but it tightens something in your chest. The stone walls shimmer and shift, smoothing into this polished mahogany. The tunnel falls away, replaced by this opulent study. It's exactly the kind of room where the richest deals are made. Dim lighting, a heavy oak desk, shelves brimming with priceless artifacts. Some of them yours. Not all of them yours, though. And there, seated at the desk, is him. It's your father, Gerard. His suit is immaculate. His hair is slicked back perfectly. His hand resting on the arms of a leather chair. He looks at you, eyes glinting with something a little too sharp to be warmth. Gerard, my boy. Always finding a way to make things interesting. He gestures to the chair across from him. Not a request, but a command. I'm gonna get you to make a grit roll to resist for me. DC's 15.
Okay, so mine's a 10, but it explodes.
Let's go.
17. I'm not your lapdog, old man.
He leans forward, kind of steeples his fingers. Well, I can't say I'm not impressed. Look at all you've accomplished. You see, he gestures to the shelves behind him. And again, you recognize these are things that you've sold to hunters. Some of them have saved lives. Some of them, they're not going to notice it's an iron dagger when it's meant to be something else, right? He picks up this small cracked amulet from his desk and you recognize it immediately. It's the same one you sold to get passage here. It's impressive, really. You've done exactly what I taught you. Profit over sentiment, strategy over sympathy. That's my boy.
You want to know why I did this? You want to know what the best part of all of this is? Your pride, Father, your pride has seeded in me, has given me drive, not to be like you. No. What did you give? Father, what did you give to achieve where you are now? Can I even call you a man anymore? Is this even you? Have you sniffed out my blood that quick that you found me in the depths of this place?
Ooh, little dog's got some bite. What, you found a priest?
I did. I found a father.
See, he kind of leans back for a second. Well, I knew you probably couldn't do it on your own anyway. That makes sense. Crawling through tunnels, chasing ghosts. You could never outrun the man you were born to be, though. I'm here to help. I promise. Altruistically, I'm here to help. To remind you of what really matters. You've forgotten so much, Gerard. You've forgotten her. The scent of that lavender grows stronger. It's suffocating now. And you hear this little peal of laughter through the room, this woman's laugh. It's warm and it's soft and it's comforting, but it doesn't reach you. You can't place it. You can't hold it. You don't even remember her, do you? Your dear mother. Oh, Gerard, that's the saddest part. You traded away the one person who truly loved you. Sold her like she was just another one of the balls in your collection. Do you want to see her again?
I don't remember her. That's fine. I have her love then, but you never did you? Not really, not anymore.
And I think Gerard's probably tearing up. Like there's he doesn't remember why he's crying at this point. There's tears.
Give me a charm roll. I'm gonna say the DC is 20.
Okay. How many grit points do I have left?
Grit points? What system are you playing?
Gunslinger.
Winging shot my guy. Sorry, fate points. Okay. No, that's a 19.
For the briefest second, I think you see your words try to take hold, especially when you say that he never loved her and she never loved him, but I think you see him shake it off.
Can I also try shenanigans?
What's good for the geese is good for the gander. Please shenan away.
I gave away a dagger to the father who cut his hand with it. I would like to draw on a pact element of that, if I may.
Please, by all means.
It was just 1 drop of blood, but 1 drop of blood would potentially convert to 1 point of fate to make it a 20.
I really, really like that. I really do. So my answer is obviously yes. Oh, sorry, I just had to open the chat because I saw it popping up. I'm so sorry. Okay. You draw on this pact that you made with our former father. Montgomery, you feel, in the strangest sense, that like your arm's asleep, a little prick of blood, and something goes, ow, that hurt. Gerard, 20. That fate token. You see the words sink into your father. And for the briefest second, it's almost like whatever is propping him up could be removed with force. Whatever man he is now, you could potentially get rid of. But it would take some work. And time.
Is there anything on his desk? Like, am I picturing that right? He's across from like a mahogany desk. Yeah. Is there anything on there like a pen or paper or
I'd say there's
just
a
something?
nice fountain pen.
Okay. I'm going to take the pen, like walk up to the desk, take the pen. I'm just going to put the address of the Silverbrook Motel there and push it towards him and look him in the eyes.
If you're man enough, or still a man, or whatever you might be in between, come and talk to me face to face then. I'm waiting.
And I'll just push it across and just wait for his response.
He picks it up, examines it, folds it, tucks it in his breast pocket. I knew there was a reason I liked you. The vision fades and the tunnel stretches on, darker than before, and just that faint scent of lavender clings to the air. Ella. The darkness shifts in front of you, forming these shapes in the stone walls. You see this faint flickering light ahead, warmer than the flashlight beam you have, but colder in a way you can't quite explain. As you step closer towards it, you see these stone walls dissolve into something familiar. You're standing in your grandmother's living room. The floral couch, the soft hum of the TV, the faint scent of sugar cookies being baked in the oven, her specialty. On the screen, she's plonked down in front of your worst performing video ever plays. It's a ghost story. It's her story, the one she told you, the one you retold to your audience. And her laugh just drifts out and you can hear it. She's watching it for the umpteenth time. You have no idea. She's probably responsible for half of the moves. And you've thought about privating it, unlisting it, deleting it, but you just can't quite bring yourself to do it. Then the screen flickers. This laughter sharpens and it turns to the static, and the thumbnail in the video distorts. It's your face, eyes crossed out. The title changes. Ella vanishes. How a failed YouTuber crumbled under the pressure. The video cuts to something new. It's you, sitting at your desk mid-conversation. The camera angle is low, like it was recorded in secret. Your voice fills the room, cutting, sharp, unmistakable.
I mean, come on, Rapunzel? She's never gonna make it. She's just way too fake.
The camera pans slightly, showing the reflection of your editor in the window. You see their face kind of sharpen for a second and pull in tight, and the screen glitches again, replaced by Rapunzel's logo. Her voice spills out, saccharine and dripping with mock sympathy. People always show their true colors, don't they, Ella? See how small you made me feel? Guess I caught up with you in the end. How you feeling down there?
So Rapunzel is talking to her in this moment, like through the screen.
Yeah.
I think she just drops to the carpet on her knees in front of the screen. Even there's a slight impressed feeling of her grandma, like being able to figure out how to put it on the tally and everything. But she just looks at Rapunzel and she'll start sobbing. And
oh wait, no, get a camera. You don't want to miss those tears. Those are important.
I didn't mean it. It's just you were doing so well, and I'm sorry.
Can we just take that one more time, though? My mic was turned off.
Wait, I don't want this.
That's okay. You don't have it anymore. It's not like you're gonna get out of here. I can't wait to come and check it out, though. Can you drop a pin?
I think that Ella's just gonna take probably the flashlight on her and just smash the TV screen.
Incredible. You smash the TV screen. The living room around you just begins to rot. This floral couch wilts, the walls peel. The TV makes that sound that like CRT monitors would do when they like hissed and then popped as it explodes out. You take like a minor injury as a piece of glass just scratches up your arm. Well, no one remembers, no one's gonna care. That's all for tonight, Rapunzels. The room fades away, disappearing into a peal of laughter. And everything fades to black.
I think that in this darkness, there's still like a humming, but she realizes it's a humming that's coming kind of from within the staticness of her own thoughts, I suppose. And everything that is wrong with the social media is playing in her mind of thinking someone being fake and being fake herself. And then she's going to turn around even when she can't see her grandma there anymore. And she's going to think about the ghost story that she grew up on. And the whole reason that she started sharing ghost stories and myths and legends on her channel in the first place. And she's going to whisper a small thank you. You are right. And without necessarily seeing a path forward, she's going to stand up. She's going to think about the people around her that do this for the greater good, for the living, and also thinking about how her grandma taught her that these things are real. And even if she doesn't prove it to anyone else, there's a resolve that her grandma was right. She was right. It doesn't have to be caught on camera. There can still be a difference made. And she'll venture into the darkness.
Incredible. Please take 2 fate tokens for me. Everyone that I have spoken to so far, please take 2 fate tokens. Just a quick little check-in. We're all doing okay? That was pretty harsh. Okay, just checking. Just making sure. Penny. Don't look at me like that.
I'm not ready for this. I'm so scared. Okay.
The air around you changes. The damp chill of the tunnel fades, replaced by something warmer, drier. Palm tree lined streets. It's too hot to handle celebrity stars. We're in California, baby. The sound of traffic, the smell of smog. You know this place. But we cut to somewhere more localized. Your flashlight flickers, the beam dimming, and when it steadies, you're in that apartment. You know this place. This is the apartment from your first hunt. There's a cracked linoleum floor beneath your feet. The door's a little warped like you remember, and you can see the window being smashed in. This memory feels sharp. You can hear the sound of traffic outside. You can smell that smog, and you can see the mirror that you trapped this poltergeist in before dispatching, as you were taught. Did Penny feel clumsy back then? Was it tough to learn this, or did it come instinctively?
I think for the first couple steps, it felt really clumsy, but in the moment when it was time for delivering that final blow, for finally dispatching this problem, I think it was immediate. I think she's like, oh, this is it, this is what I have to do. And she just knew then and there, okay, I can, this is who I am, this is what I do.
That's in your blood, right? At least you think. Who's to say? Something is different in this memory, though. Off. The air is a little too still. The sound of traffic fades out. There's light spilling through this cracked window. Moonlight. And then you see her. She's standing in the corner, just out of the reach of the moonlight, her shoulders hunched, her head low. She's got hair falling across her face. She's hiding from your view, but you know it's her. Even before she looks up, you know. And you can just feel it. A pit in your stomach. Are you moving closer?
This is me now, and I'm just in the memory space of it.
Absolutely.
I hold my hand out and I just tell her, don't come any closer, don't come into the moonlight. Don't do it.
She straightens up at your words. She does slowly step into this moonlight, but her eyes catch yours at first, just soft and familiar. She kind of tilts her head, looking at you, confused. What's wrong?
I think the memory part of it is kind of taking over more so than the part of me that is here and experiencing it again. And I feel the revolver lift in my hands, and I am with my free hand, I am grabbing my wrist and trying to force it to go down. I'm stop, just don't come any closer, don't do it, just stay out of the moonlight, please.
She looks down at the revolver as you lift it up, and a quiet acceptance kind of crosses her face as she realizes this is a memory. This isn't how it played out, but this is how it felt. And she steps towards you and just presses the barrel into her chest. And she just whispers to you, "Don't miss.
There are tears in Penny's eyes because she didn't know before when this actually happened. She didn't know who it was until after she made the shot. But she knows. She hears that words don't miss, and she just says, "You know I never do, and I'm so sorry that I didn't miss." And I pull the trigger.
The gun explodes in this confined space, and you look up, and it's not her face anymore, it's yours, as you've shot your own heart. Voice rings out. You're good at losing people, aren't you? The room shifts again. This cabin begins to dissolve. These sounds, these scents all leaving you, but the figure remains, her form warping, twisting into something shadowy and tall, and the eyes change, and they're no longer hers. They're Augie's. They're your father's. Her voice just drips into your ears.
Do you even understand what you lost, Penny? Or is it just easier? Let him go.
I have an understanding that this is not Auggie himself saying this to me. Like, this is a being that's messing with my mind.
Absolutely.
Cool. I look around and I'm like, I was in a tunnel. I was right next to Ella, and I think I force that needing to confront what just happened, needing to confront Auggie and have that conversation. I force all of that back to the back burner again. And I just say, where's Ella? Where are we?
Your voice just rings out into this cave system, and you know you were in a cramped tunnel before, but it feels cathedral-esque now. And the scene fades. Auggie. The tunnel stretches out before you, damp and cold, this air clinging to your skin like a heavy fog. Your boots are scuffing on this uneven stone floor as you walk. There's something oddly rhythmic about the sound though, like a heartbeat, faint and steady, echoing from deeper within. And the glow of your flashlight catches something ahead. It's small, it's delicate, it's a little wooden crib in the center of the tunnel. Old, weathered, and handmade. But it shouldn't be here. There's a soft cry and a gurgle of a baby, faint at first, then growing louder. It's this sound that kind of gnaws at you in this primal and urgent way, but you don't quite know why. You stepping closer to it?
Yeah. Auggie walks up to the crib, but instead of feeling that pull, that parental feeling of I need to care for you, it is empty. It is literally as though he is just going to pick up the mail.
As you draw closer, the cry stops abruptly, and it starts to rock slightly, just once, back and forth, as if a hand kind of gently touched it. Looking inside there, you see just a tangle of blankets. Nothing more. Then from behind you again, you hear this little child's laughter just echoing throughout the tunnel. High-pitched and playful, almost humming a nursery rhyme. Whipping around, you can see the silhouette of a small figure, kind of leaned up against the rock wall, hitting a little tune on the rocks like dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun.
The laugh bubbles up.
Okay,
again.
actually, instead of going dun dun, Auggie goes 2 bits.
Nice. The laughter burbles out again, childlike. and you turn your flashlight to the figure, and you can see it is a child, but its face is pale, hollow, featureless. There is no discerning features on it. The eyes, black pits, searching, endless. And you see it just sits cold and alone and starts to tap out the tune again. What are you doing?
Auggie just stands there, just staring. He's in this weird spot where he feels, in the back of his mind, he feels like he should want to progress forward, but deep in his heart, in his soul, even though he knows that this is not Penny, the fact that she looks even a little bit like this thing looks a little bit like her gives even more of that emptiness of, I don't care.
Seemingly unsatisfied with your apathy, the knocking abruptly stops, and you see the child gets up from the crouch and it stands. And it rises unnaturally, these grotesque cracks, as it stands up taller, 6, 7, 8 feet tall. It is the size of the tunnel. Its fingers are just scraping across the stone wall, this tapping, stopping, and it grips the edge of the wall. It begins to run towards you. I'm going to get you to make a reflex roll for me.
Oh, God, okay. Reflex. That's a 6 that explodes.
Incredible.
10.
I didn't state the DC, but I was thinking 10. Incredible. This creature lunges towards you. It swipes out with these claws, and you hear it ripping through the air. If that had hit you, that would have caused damage that no amount of moonshine, spit, and polish could have repaired, Auggie.
As soon as that thing comes forward, Auggie like jumps back, his aching bones and arthritis riddled knees, moving him as he was like a young man once again. He pulls up the shotgun that he's been holding in his hand and fires.
Incredible. Make a strike roll for me. It's a pretty low DC. This thing's big. We're going to say it's only a 6.
That is a 7.
Incredible. The blast fires up. The buckshot scatters. You see it sink into this creature, and it doesn't let out a scream. It lets out a baby's wail. As
He fires again.
You fire again, the screams echoing, pealing out throughout the whole tunnel. And you feel, I assume, nothing at the sound.
Nothing. He actually walks up to the body. The sound of the baby crying echoing around him should be aching him to care for it, to want to make this little thing stop hurting. And he just goes, I do not care. I would kill you if it meant that I got him and me out. You mean nothing. Nothing to me. And he double barrel shotgun, opens it, pulls out the two shot, puts 2 more in, closes it, and shoots again. He goes, that's just to make sure that final nail in the coffin is hammered.
And we cut as the shotgun blast resounds out through the tunnels. Archie. The tunnel stretches endlessly before you. Not dissimilar to the bunkers back at Hunt. Long, ranging bunkers, bookshelves, rooms full of ingredients, things that the mortal man, so to speak, could never comprehend in one lifetime, let alone 1,000, but you have access to it all at your fingertips. The last thing you saw was the faint glow of Augie's flickering flashlight before he's been lost, and there's the weight of this silence pressing against you. Not unfamiliar. I feel like you're a studied man and you would work in a lot of silence. Libraries, research, periods of uninterrupted study. But now it feels less like a friend and more like a challenge. And you hear Augie's footsteps falter, and you glance over and you see him fade into the distance. And you're alone. The walls shift subtly and there's a faint hum, as if something unseen is vibrating in the stone. At first, it's nothing. It's like a gentle pulse, a far-off heartbeat. But then the rhythm changes. It's faster, it's sharper. It almost sounds like a ring tapping against stone. And I think the ring on your hand, the one that you shared with Auggie before you came down here, feels a little heavier, a little more weighty. When you gave that ring to Auggie, what was the true sentiment behind it? Behind this secret-keeping veneer, behind this bluster, behind this knowledge, what did you really mean when you gave it to him?
It meant what it has always meant, but he could never say it. It meant the truth, even if that truth was unspoken, even if that truth was not allowed to be, for reasons cosmic. Those rings representing a closed circle within a closed circle. That understanding that one is the other and the other is one. And in a space that he works where speaking and believing means revealing, keeping everything unspoken, nothing ever confirmed, means that it can be real without being lost.
These sentiments and these thoughts echo out into this darkness. And again, the space you were in before felt constricted, tight, like a thin hallway, but now it feels like a cathedral. And this voice snakes into your ears. And this isn't the first time a voice has wormed its way into your ears. This is your job, Archie. But it cuts through and it just says, did you ever tell him what it meant, though? It's a lot of words.
If this is not the librarian, you do not have access or consent to be within my cranium form. Please exit post-haste.
You see the voice does withdraw. The air grows colder off the back of that. The tapping sound echoing in this reverb that is concert hall-esque. And then you see almost like a sunbeam, like a ray of light pop down. And in the center of it, you see a finger with a little ring attached to it.
Is it disconnected? Is it just a finger?
It's just a finger.
Just a finger with the ring. Okay. I think as he's walking and this thing appears in front of him, there's a pause. Then there's a shaking of his head. There's a looking up towards where this beam of light has come from, perhaps seeing if there's like a hole in the sky. This is a clear personification of a feeling he's supposed to have. Whatever it is, he doesn't want it. And he just screams out, No, you do not get to invade my privacy and then threaten me with the finger digit of Auggie.
It blinks out, it's gone. This is all just a figment of your imagination, right?
Stop. The demons and their shenanigans. Don't like it.
You hear almost like a little knock in your headspace. I'm not.
Are you asking for it? Are you asking for permission?
Well, I'm not the librarian, so I thought I'd ask.
No, you are not the librarian. I do not believe you have the ranking or the ability or the audacity to be the librarian. You are nothing but a book reader. One who doesn't even worship. One who does not respect. One who bends the edges of papers. You are nothing.
Nothing. That's funny.
Well, consider this a little bent paper under the door.
You gave nothing. But he gave everything.
Just something to sit with, perhaps.
There is a shifting of his face. And what one could read, there's a level of putting two and two together. He knew that something was wrong, and now he knows what. And then there's a grin that escapes. Yes. He always wore his heart on his chest, even when it was slow to beat. But do not fret. The reason I give up nothing is because now I will own everything, including your secrets.
Give me a charm roll.
Ew. Sure.
The DC
My charm
is 15.
My charm's not
The
bad.
DC, the DC is 15. The DC is 15.
I have to do the thing. Oh, that's a 10. Oh, okay. I get the burst. That's I hate saying that. Got that.
Got the burst.
Okay. That's only one extra. I'm like Beyonce and I put a ring on it. Can I get access to Augie's fate doubling ability?
I don't see why not.
Great, because I only have 2 fate tokens, because apparently I rolled too well, but 2 will make 4, so that's 15.
Let's go. Oh boy, this game makes me sweaty. Your words ring out. You're gonna know this thing's secrets. This is your fucking job, Archie. This is a run-of-the-mill Tuesday for you, my friend. The voice withdraws from your head. You just hear a laugh. Well, you know, I hope this one was worth dying for. And then you are racked. Your mind is attacked by this psychic force. Give me a grit roll. The DC is 20.
Okay. Grit? Okay.
No?
What happens in this game if you critically fail the die?
If you fail by more than 5, it's not good, but...
Yeah, that's a 1 on a D12.
Ooh, okay. Here's what happens. You know. Full stop, you know. You understand what is at the bottom of the mountain here. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read you a section from my notes that I've written here, and I need you to know this. So, the thing at the bottom of the mountain, the 2 things at the bottom of the mountain, I should say. Elias Silver, the last devotee of the Silverbrook Motel. But he's not the issue. The thing that invades your mind, this non-Euclidean, non-comprehensible force, this hollow thing, is the one that he serves. You know that it's here, and you know that someone has effectively left a steak in front of a dog's nose. It is hungry. You have whetted its appetite upstairs, but now it wants to consume. And as you know these things, you're gonna take 2 injury levels. It's gonna hit you to medium. And you promptly fall unconscious, my dear Archie. Hunters. The darkness clears. from around you all. You are all standing in this vast underground cathedral, carved from the bones of this mountain, its walls pulsing like the inside of a ribcage. And at the altar, a stone slab, slick with old blood. And standing before it, a man. You don't know who he is. Or what's left of a man. His skin is thin, translucent, stretched too tight over something that isn't quite human. He found his purpose and he let it in. He smiles at you all.
You gave it a touch, but it's still hungry.
The ground shifts from beneath your feet, and behind him you see this shadow stirring, something massive. You look around, you see Archie unconscious on the ground. You see Auggie reloading a shotgun after being shot, after shooting it. You see Ella, tears streaming down your face. Penny standing there. Gerard, father. It's time for the final battle under the mountain, hunters. Let me get a book. The ground shifts beneath your feet as Elias cackles on this altar. Everybody give me a reflex roll, and we're going to sort out a little bit of initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I use my unwavering for this?
Yeah, I feel like you can use your unwavering for this one. Oh, no! Okay. So we have Montgomery on a 1. Ella on a 1. Oh my god, stop! Why are there so many 1s?
How are you letting the old men go before you?
Okay. Montgomery, Ella, Penny. All on 1. That makes my initiative tracking a lot easier, though. Okay. So 7 for Gerard.
Penny's too busy making sure Ella's okay.
7 for Archie. And then, is that a 4 for you, Auggie?
Yep.
Cool, alright.
God, this is rough.
Wow.
This is rough.
Rough.
It's not our fault we just had psychic damage and are a bit slow off the mark.
I think we as players all took psychic damage.
You and me both.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
If it's any consolation. Okie doke. What a horrible way to start combat. Okie doke. Sorry, I was feeling a little camp off the back of all that fun we were having.
Oh.
Alright. At the top of our initiative order, Elias Silver, the proprietor, the owner, the namesake of the Silverbrook Motel, rolling a d6 and exploding, gets an 8. And he is gonna go first. This cackle reaches out as he rushes forward. And who's he gonna target? Rushing forward towards Penny, you see him reach out with this supernatural speed. And you see his hand turn into this slick black ichor that slices out into a blade. He's going to make a strike roll against you. I need you to make a reflexes roll for me.
Okay.
Sorry, a grit roll. This would be a grit roll. My bad.
Oh, great. Hold on, that changes things. Hold on. Find my dice. Okay. Well, are you sure it can't be a reflexes? That was a little bit better.
Unfortunately, not from my row. What'd you get?
I have 4.
He got a 5.
Considering
roll, it would have been a 5.
Considering
wait, isn't it a 5?
That Penny described being next to Ella, can Ella kind of like try and pull her out of the way and give her a couple tokens?
You can absolutely, 100%. If you're in the same scene as somebody else, you can share tokens with them.
Yes, we did describe being together, so would that be 2 so it's higher, or just 1 to...
Meets it, beats it. So if you just spend the 1,
yep,
absolutely. Done. Penny, this blade swings towards you, this growth on this man, this creature swinging towards you. And the very last second, you feel Ella just grab you by the scruff of the neck and pull you backwards as it scrapes across the stone where you would have been. That would have been very bad.
I think I stumble a little bit, but then I still I hold Ella behind me, and now I've got the revolver raised.
Okay. And then he's going to use one more effect. He's going to look over at Auggie. Are you almost up, old timer? You belong here with me. Make a charm roll for me. Oh, sorry. I will make a charm roll, and you make a little roll for me.
Okay.
Okay. Auggie, this is a madman at the bottom of the mountain. But for some reason, it is compelling. You are old. You are tired. You don't even want to come on this hunt. What are these little flies doing buzzing around annoying you? Wouldn't it be a lot quieter and a lot easier if they weren't here? For your turn, and just the one turn, you need to pick somebody to attack that isn't Elias. Or some action that isn't harming Elias. Okay.
Here's the best part. Savannah already knows what's gonna happen.
I'm just screaming, you know who it's gonna be! Everyone in my house is asleep. I have to be quiet, and I'm freaking out right now.
Okay. Archie and Gerard, it is your turns concurrently. You can share this, you can do something together, but by all means.
I'm unconscious. Go.
Hang on, that's a good point.
Yeah, no time to be gentlemanly here, I fear, Gerard.
That's fair.
Maybe go.
Gerard is going to prick his finger on the brooch on his lapel, run the blood across both hands, activate his gifted ability. Hands will just ignite with this demonic coursing flame.
Let's burn that skin veil off, shall we?
And I'll just run forward and press my hand into his chest.
Incredible. All right, give me a strike roll. He's going to do a grit roll to resist.
What the hell's dice? Hey. D6 explodes. No. It's 11.
Incredible. He rolled a 1. Gerard, you push forward, your hands ablaze, reaching into this creature, its skin like tissue paper as it just tears through, and you can feel your gift, your fire, burning up this creature. It is going to take a minor injury. Very nice. Incredible. Anything else?
Can I try and hold it there with that burning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Against
Let's make contested grit rolls.
Hell yeah.
He is going to spend his one reroll that he has to try and beat that. And he does not, with a 2 and a 1. You hold Elias Silver in place at his altar.
Can I look back to everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
We're going out. Let's make it worth the story, shall we?
Nice. Archie, give me a grit roll. The DC is only 6.
In this moment of unconsciousness, I think there's a level of it being silent, of course, but no one knows silent truly more than someone like him. And as he sits in that silence, in that absence of anything, that's when he hears it. And he almost grips onto it and tries to really feel as he attempts to make a connection to Hippocrates. And he says, "I do not care for my own life, For if I must die to keep your secrets, I will. But I must stay alive long enough to ensure that this one and whom he serves do not get access to your secrets. Be with me.
Give me a lore check at advantage. Take the higher number.
Game. That is a 12 on one die.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19. 19.
The DC was only 15. Your plea goes out. And at first, a lot like a lot of prayers, it drifts off into a void unanswered for a second before it gets latched onto. The looming threat of secrets being revealed is enough to stir this deity from slumber. Archie, you feel like a defibrillator to your chest, this pulse. As you get back up, your injuries are cleared, and I'm going to give you 5 fate tokens. You come up with a start. You can see Gerard, hand wreathed in flame, holding this creature at an altar, and you can see the rest of the hunters there.
I think what you all see happen is Archibald slowly begin to get off the ground. It doesn't seem like he was hurt at all in the way he unnaturally moves, but as he gets up, you see him unbuttoning the vest that he has. You see him taking the vest off and putting it on the ground. You see him unbutton the white shirt, revealing he has a tank top, chill. But as he takes off the shirt, you see him wrap it around his eyes. Close it. Get like what seems to be some kind of tape and tapes his mouth shut. But you can tell the aura that's coming off of him is that he sees and he is focused because something more is here with him.
All right, take another fucking fate token. Jesus. Ooh. Okay. Auggie. Don't you just want to get rid of these flies?
So, as Mr. Silver speaks into his mind and hears that voice, his eyes go black. And he looks and he sees Penny, but she's not Penny. She is the creature from his moments before. And he raises his shotgun, points at her, and then sees Gerard attacking and turns immediately and shoots him.
All right, give me a strike roll, Gerard. Give me a reflexes roll to dodge it.
That's a 10, so that explodes. $17.
Yeah, you think you're gonna hit me? Yeah, I got a 1.
No. Wait, why am I concerned? This is what I wanted. Auggie, you line up the shot. You never miss a shot, my friend. You know that. Gerard, you are too focused on keeping Elias at bay here. You can smell the crackling of paper and burnt flesh and dried iron blood, and you feel this ripping, tearing pain into your back. You're going to take 2 injury levels. You're going to go up to a medium.
How do I tell you I already have an injury level?
Okay.
Go on. You won't.
I will.
Oops.
What is your final thought as the buckshot sinks into your back, putting an end to the story of Gerard Cole?
I, if I may, have a single word-ish, maybe a prayer that I will speak out. As that sinks in, Gerard will turn back, hit sort of a knee, and speak out.
It is not in his faith that his actions will be written, but in his courage. O he of fire and shade, it is not by the righteous path that he now walks in fire and brimstone. There is a place for the holiest of unholies, where he sins the keys to the gates of heaven. I say this now. This is my hymn. This is our song. Let the actions be the price we all pay here. Come take me, death. Embrace me, hope.
And I will instead just engulf myself in that flame and invoke my secret strength, if I may.
Please.
Okay. I'll message you.
Well, you thought Archie was the only one with across the pond tricks up his sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, we got all kinds of scary things happening.
Sorry, what did he just do? Excuse me? You want to explain that again?
I think he got shot in the back and then wreathed himself in flame.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, just about it. That's all we've seen happen is Gerard light himself up. Yeah, cool. Just want to make sure.
Okay.
Jacob's looking at the shotgun, being like, I didn't know it could do that. Auggie is still pointed forward.
All right, I got I've replied to Lucky's message. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. I'll get back to that in a second. In the meantime, Penny, Ella, Montgomery. What are you guys doing?
Well, I think that quite honestly, Ella hearing the shotgun go off, the fire happen, just is going to be very much reflex mode and is just gonna pull out the gun. Well, she would have had the gun on her and she's just gonna shoot in kind of a reactionary way rather than it being calculated, because that just feels right in this inexperienced mind that she has. So it'll be aimed at Elias, but it is still like, oh my god, it's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Just completely off reflex. Give me a strike roll.
Alrighty. I got a lot of fake tokens. She's failed a lot. Let's blow that up just in case. And then that'll be a 12.
Incredible. The shot lands. You, in this desperation, still yourself for a moment. Your father taught you to shoot. You know how to snap to a target. It's not something that people would think that you know how to do, but you instinctively raise the gun, snap up, fire. The bullet whizzes past this flame-wreathed cocoon that Gerard is in now and slams, ripping into the shoulder of Elias Silver. Takes another point of injury.
That's Ella.
Holy shit.
Penny, I said, like, did Penny see him, like, whatever this thing is, or Elias, like, influence Auggie?
Yeah, I think so. I
think
think
that go down.
Yeah.
Cool. So I only have a few specific settings on my revolver. I'm going to assume, I think Penny would assume that this is somehow demonic in nature, and so she's going to spin the barrel of it, and then a fiery orange rune glows on the gun. And she saw Auggie point that gun for a second, but she knows, like, she saw the black in the eyes. She recognizes, like, this isn't him.
Mhm.
Same as in her own memory. It's like, that's not him. I don't have to worry about him right now because it's not actually Auggie. So she's going to follow Ella, and she's going to point at Elias.
Incredible.
And fire.
Beautiful. Do you want to read out for the audience what the demonic rune does?
Yes. Fiery orange rune glows. Bullets scorch and leave burning sigils. A critical success can stun a demon for at least 1 round.
Okay.
All right.
Make the roll.
And then
Give me that strike roll.
I believe I add something to this because yes, I have sharpshooter. So, oh boy. Okay. Wait. I have to do some math here. I can spend fate tokens to make this blow up, right?
Correct.
Cool. I have 7 fate tokens. I'm going to spend 6 to make that a 20.
Let's go.
Adding 19 to that, so we got 39. Penny's a sniper.
Wow.
Woo. Penny, tell me how you put Elias Silver down.
I don't even think she says anything. Ella's behind her and fired a gun probably over her shoulder, so she's got one ear ringing. All she remembers is seeing Auggie with the blackened eyes, and still in this moment she is like, that back burner. My priority is protecting Ella and making sure she gets out alive. Headshot.
The crack of the gun, the bullet travels, and we see it travel and hit Elias Silver directly in the forehead. The hand that Gerard had plunged through it, now enveloped in this cocoon. Elias staggers backwards against this altar.
You gave it a taste, but it's still hungry.
And he hits the deck. And as he does, the ground beneath him churns, moving. You see it reach up and swallow him. The shadows behind shift. Something massive stirs here. This hollow thing. A creature that no one is meant to comprehend. You can't understand it. A god, a being, whatever it is hungry, it is awake, and you have whetted its appetite. This is very far from over, my friends. Montgomery.
Okay, here's where I'm at, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be antagonistic, but Father is no longer in control. And the exchange I said was, as long as you drive us towards justice. And I like to think there's a bit of a tear between Father's memories of him shooting someone in point blank range and killing them, and him just watching Gerard get shot and seemingly be killed. And I think the demon entity in me is gonna shapeshift a bit as the voice starts gurgling.
Father's sermons may be over, but mine are just beginning.
And you'll watch as Montgomery is once humanized. Connor, I did some reading on the demon you sent to me because I wanted to know what I am. The eyes darken, not to black, but they're kind of like a void-like slits that are like a predator's veins, black and very visible, start protruding from the skin. It's crawling up his neck, kind of like creeping rock. His fingers twist, nails lengthening into hooked talons, and then, of course, the wings burst forth, jagged, broken, blackened feathers that are dripping with like a thick ichor, kind of like marionette's limbs that are not being controlled even by the demon itself. And then a disturbing, too wide grin appears across his face. And I'm very sorry, Jacob, but I'm going to expend a couple of my ether points to do one of my very specific demonic attacks.
Ether
If they-
points?
Not ether, sorry, wrong game. I've been playing too much Castleton.
I saw.
Fake
I think we all.
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
Very sorry.
Are you a demigod?
I am a demigod.
I think Omega and I
What?
both leant forward at the same second.
And I'm gonna use my. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do my Chains of Malthus. I'm gonna use 2 fate tokens. I'm gonna roll a d12 versus your grit, Jacob. And if I succeed, you're restrained. You lose your next turn, and you take a wound.
That is a natural 20, which explodes.
Oh shit!
That is a 29.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't get that high. All I can get to is I won't do that. I want to do cool things in my next turn. That'll do for now. I've tried to attack Auggie. That's it. That's my turn, and I'm a demon thing now. That'll do for now.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Super-
I want to make it clear. It's not to everyone. It's because the demon's not clear on if Augie's an actual ally because he just watched Gerard get shot. So
No, that's fair.
These burning hot molten chains try and wrap around you, Auggie, and you see where the father was, where Montgomery was, this demon, this creature, something that everyone has read in demonology books. This is like the demon, like Malthus, Lieutenant of Lucifer type of situation, I would say. This is probably as bad as it gets without Big L himself walking the ground right now. But you dodged the chains.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Back at the top of the order, the hollow thing. It's its turn. You don't comprehend it as laughter at first because it's too big. The distances between the beats of laughter are more like the droning of massive horns. Everybody give me a group. The DC is, that explodes, 16.
You said grit?
Yes. 3.
I'm gonna use 2 fate tokens to reach the goal.
Okay. Good call.
Okay.
Very good call.
Dice fell. You said 16?
16.
Nah, I fell.
Okay. So, Montgomery, Ella, Archie, Penny. You're all going to take a wound. And whatever your next roll is, doesn't matter. It's going to be a -2 to it. Okay.
Just to interject,
Mhm.
Connor, do you remember if, just because of these potentially being quite critical, do you remember if Ella sustained any wounds from our previous session? Because she was possessed, but
You cleared out, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
thought I
zeroed out.
cleared out as well, but I wanted
Yeah.
to make sure, just in
Because
case.
because Auggie used the water from New River
That's right.
from the
yeah.
New River
Yeah.
to like heal.
I was very confident that I was at 0, but then I was like, oh, you know what? I better double check. So thank you.
Absolutely. You did have the one wound from the TV.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got that one.
Incredible. Okay. Archie, it is your turn.
We got big creature who is a cacophony of problems in itself. But now we have Demon Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to almost like unnaturally look towards. I mean, like scanning the area. Again, he's blind, but not, as he's empowered by the one that he serves. And he's like looking at this creature. He's like looking at the field, trying to see exactly what's going on. But then eyes, head shift and look towards the demon. And as they stop, it's as if his suitcase is always with him, because it is, but he's like, it's like one of those things where it's like a bag of holding. I don't know where it came from, but it's been there. You see him open up, like kick the side of it, and it falls down and opens. And as it opens, you see him grab what seems to just be a flask of some sort. And as he grabs it, you see him grab into like a small compartment, and you see it's literally like whiskey. And you see him open up the cap of this, open up the flask, put the whiskey inside this flask. And as he's doing this, he goes, "Do you know why we Brits love tea? It is refreshing. It is a way to begin communication, affection, experience. It is a binding agent of fellowship, society." And as he says this, you see him take a swig, but he begins to walk towards Montgomery. And as he does, you see him dump the tea out in a line. He's following a trail. He begins to just speak and converse, and he's walking towards Montgomery, walking around them, just almost making sure they are the center of this conversation. This is fellowship. You and your ilk, you may not get that. You might think that control is the way to go, but actually, it is community. I wonder if you know this. I'm going to use my across the pond feature specifically to make sure that this is a magical item, or that it is an aid of a ritualistic or spell-like work. Mm-hmm. When you look down, you realize he just drew a devil's trap.
Incredible. Okay, here's how we'll resolve this. Archie, give me a law roll at advantage because of the item. Montgomery, give me a grit roll.
Yes, sir.
That has exploded. I'm taking a picture.
I hope it exploded again.
Almost 39.
2 39s?
I can't. I got a 6.
You have another fate token just to make that explode for shits and giggles?
I literally could if I really wanted to. You know what? DM. I worship, or I work with, and am a part of the god of secrets, silence, and confidentiality. Mm-hmm. Why should the truth of of Montgomery being hidden stay a secret? I want to try to pull Father back out using more fate points, because I will now make it explode.
Okay.
Which will get it to. Oh my god!
No fucking way! No way!
You did not.
Another fate token.
I think
that is officially 60.
I think I've lost my grip on reality.
Keep going. Let's see how much he beats my grip.
673 is the stopping point.
Okay, there he is. 67 higher than me.
Wait,
So
I'm putting this in our chat
or
so
he
y'all
kills
see
father.
exactly where my rows were. My 3 rows. Forgive my blurriness.
Forgive my blurriness. I was shaking with excitement.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. What a beautiful dice tray.
What the hell?
I'm gonna leave this in your court, Montgomery. If someone were to beckon to the father now, to Montgomery, does he feel worthy enough to reemerge? After everything you've confronted and everything you've done, your fellow man is reaching a hand out. Are you taking it?
I think that tied in with the lovely prayer of sorts that Gerard read before he lit himself on fire for whatever reason, which is still unclear. Still a bit vague on that. Yeah, I think not Father Montgomery. I think Montgomery reminiscing on the braille of the fellow man, nothing to do with faith. But there is another man in front of him reaching out for him, wanting him to come back. So yeah, he will try and separate himself from this devil of sorts that has gripped his life for far too long. And if that works from a narrative perspective, Connor, get this demon the hell out of me, please.
It would be my express pleasure. You reach the hand back out to Archie. You grasp it, not in a dissimilar way as you shook your own hand when you made this deal. Archie, you reach over into this devil's trap and you grasp this man's hand and you pull. And with this resonant tearing sound, this ripping of flesh, this cracking of bone, you see Montgomery pulled out. The issue is, of course, that the demon is still there in the devil's trap.
And while that is a great, not great, but great issue, the one that is pressing even more, because I don't believe that you get to have great success without great failure following it. As he grips you, Montgomery, you suddenly see the inside of a library. And you see vast knowledge. In this moment, he has revealed the secret. If we survive, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Incredible. What a turn. Gerard, you're still wreathed in a cocoon of fire. Awesome. Love you. Auggie!
Yeah!
You're no longer possessed. There is a demon in a devil's trap. Elias Silver has been shot in the head by Penny. There is this unfathomable, unknowable, non-Euclidean creature at the edges of your periphery existing in this chamber. These massive booms of laughter emanating out. What are you doing?
So to paint this scene a little bit, so Auggie still had his shotgun up and turned back to Penny. And as he did, his eyes, then the blackness removes and he kind of lowers it. But even in lowering it, there's still that coldness in his look as he just stares at her. And then turns his attention to the demon, seeing that it's in a devil's trap, is like, we're going to deal with that later because there's something free. Could I do like a lore check to try to determine what this thing is so that I can know how to beat it?
Absolutely, you can. Give me a lore check. The DC is going to be 20. However, I will say you're going to get it with advantage because Archie is there. He's effectively, let's just call it how it is. It's an exalted being right now, in a sense. My man is channeling a god.
Sure.
We just saw him pull a demon out, and we have the end of the world at our door here. What are we doing?
Okay. All right, I'm going to... Oh, wait, I rolled the wrong one. Sorry. I'm going to use 2 fate, because I rolled a 10, to get it to a 12 to explode. 21.
Okay. There's 3 avenues that could exist here.
Okay.
You could seal it, like you did the Ghost of Anna doors upstairs, but this would be on a titanic scale. You could feed it. It is hungry. Or you could try and destroy whatever is anchoring it here.
As he kind of processes all of that, he's sealing it seems to is just kind of passing the buck. It's putting it to the next, because at some point it could get out.
Mm-hmm.
So in Augie's mind, that is not an option. So he starts looking what could be sealing it here. On a 21, is there anything that he potentially sees that would?
Absolutely. I think, and I've stressed cathedral a lot this session. And all good priests have to preach from somewhere. If only there was an altar smattered with the blood of thousands of offerings that could be holding this creature here. And you train your gun to the altar.
Okay. I'm going to use my always ready.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that I can use 2 fate points to pull out something from my bag that I could just have on me. And I would like to pull out a grenade. And literally just, it's like, has written on it, like, do not pull on the little pin. And he just goes, fuck it, and pulls it and is gonna throw, assuming that like none of his companions are nearby. If they are, he's gonna yell, and on the next turn it would be when the throw takes place.
There is Gerard wreathed in a cocoon of fire here, but it's very unclear about what's happening there. So, your guess, it probably isn't gonna do him much harm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna throw up the grenade at the and as he does, goes, fire in the hole, or whatever they're supposed to say.
It sails towards the altar, and it continues to sail. And we will resolve that next turn. Penny, Ella, Montgomery, and the demon that's now mine again. What are you guys doing?
This time Ella's definitely like waiting for Penny's cue, because she's like, do I shoot the thing in the trap, or do I, like, what is around to shoot? Do I shoot Gerard's cocoon? She's taking your lead.
I do think, because Penny had her gun like trained on Elias, and she hasn't lowered it. She doesn't know where to point it next, but she saw Auggie like turning his gun to her, so she's got it trained on him, sees his eyes clear, and she does like say like, you're welcome. But as soon as she sees a fucking grenade get taken out and thrown, she is just going to grab Ella and run in the opposite direction of the bomb that's about to go off.
Easy done.
Incredible. You guys take away.
Her priority is getting Ella out alive. She is not letting her get in the way of a grenade going off on an altar. Quick question. Because I remembered one of my skills, I have rapid recovery.
Yeah.
Which means that I don't feel like lasting effects from injuries. Can I utilize that to take my point of injury off?
Yeah, you can take 1 point of injury down. Absolutely.
Excellent. I only had one, so
nice.
I'm fine.
Good position to be in.
And he's feeling good, man.
You guys begin to head presumably in the direction of upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wherever the exit is, in the opposite direction of where he threw a grenade.
Okay. Montgomery.
The Lore Master, I've seen some things in my time. Flaming cocoons, anything ring the bell there?
Yeah, give me a lore check.
Cool.
It's going to be a DC 10.
Awesome. That's an 18.
Holy shit. What in nature hides in a cocoon?
Little butterflies.
Little caterpillars to butterflies. What is a cocoon generally for? Metamorphosis. There's a pretty good chance that if Gerard has holed up in a cocoon here, whatever's coming out is a different Gerard. Maybe.
Well, Gerard and Montgomery have formed a very special bond over the past few hours. And despite the fact that Montgomery no longer believes, he still knows his scripture, mocking Psalm 23:4. He thought he could face this alone, But even now, even in this darkness, he's not alone. For I'm with him. And Montgomery's gonna run towards the flaming cocoon. And there's a grenade being held towards it, and that scares the ever-living fuck out of Montgomery. So I don't know if it's gonna hurt me. It's gonna hurt me, but if that means I can't move the cocoon and the grenade is gonna blow and kill us both, but I'm gonna try and get Gerard to move, just out of trying to preserve his life. That is the plan.
Incredible. You make a mad dash over to Gerard's cocoon. Can you give me... Ooh. I'm trying to think of the best role to move him. I feel like it's just gonna, unfortunately, be a straight... It's gonna be a straight muscle roll, unfortunately.
Yeah, muscle, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Father's strong suit.
I don't think any of us have muscle.
That's
Maybe
a 6, so it explodes.
It explodes?
It's good.
Hey.
Got this.
That's it. I got 2 fate tokens before, didn't I? So it's a 4, so I'll use them to explode it
12,
again. So that's a
okay.
12.
All right.
And that's a 6 again, so that's 18.
18?
And then that's a 1. 19. 19.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was the DC again?
It's 15.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
great.
Okay.
I was gonna say I will give him my last fate token if I have to.
You dart over this demon, this thing that has lived within you for so long. You see it reach out. It's like, whoa, wait, we had a really good thing going. No?
Not anymore.
And you dart over to Gerard. Gerard, paint me a word picture. What does rebirth look like? What does a reluctant immortal go through?
It's not the first time that hymn has been spoken, but as the fire imbued in his flesh by his father spills forth, sealing the injuries, moments reeling back from every single other time this has occurred, the vampire den, the Wendigos, the little ghost girl that was trapped, the hunts before, the flames pulling away, the scars then are very, very apparent. Gerard's shirt burnt open. A moment of just vulnerability, I feel, probably sets in. And there are countless little nicks, cuts that are then just seared by flame. The almost too perfect visage sets back in, and that line begins from his lips as the cocoon breaches.
There is a place for the holiest of unholies, where he sins with the keys to the gates of heaven.
And a hand will reach out and clutch Montgomery on the chest, on the shoulder.
Father, you have blessed your flock. The shepherd gave his life. And for those sins of yours, you've washed away ours.
And I'll pull him closer, and like an inch from his face.
And mine.
About to kiss Gerard? Is that about to happen?
Maybe.
They say that in character. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Father goes in for a smooch with Gerard.
And as that happens, the flames will wrap around us and shield us both from this erupting eruption. Yeah, good.
Erupting grenade, perhaps?
Thanks, man.
Got you. You know what? You spent enough word picture painting for me there, so I'll assist on that one.
Thanks, mate.
The flames wreath you both, but they don't burn either of you. And Gerard, you hear a little whisper in your ear of your father's voice and goes, well, I guess I was wrong. Maybe you could love someone else, huh? And the grenade hits the altar.
I think just as it hits as well, you hear Ella kind of, as she's being dragged from Penny, just kind of yell out, we can't leave them here! And she kind of tries to stop and basically wants to make sure that she's still a part of this group and that we should all be making sure we get out together. But as it explodes, tell us what happens.
I was gonna say, like, Penny's trying to push you away so that she can stay back too. She's just trying to get you to run and get out.
So we have two self-sacrificial characters happening. Here's what happens. The devil trap beneath Malthus cracks and opens. And you can see for a second, this demon, this wicked grin look down like, oh, I got a stop free, wonderful. As this hand reaches up and crushes it. Pulls it back down. Gerard, you were right. What a nice place.
Hello, Father. No, should I say... Malphias.
No, I'm just the thing that ate Malphias, friend. All right. We getting sealed in here or what?
You want to take me with you?
Yeah, come on home now. You and your flock.
Well, listen. I think we'll all be leaving, and I think you're waiting here to be a meal. You might be unbound, but we're free.
And I will gesture to the blade.
That's not just Montgomery's blood, you old fool. That's demon blood. That's a pact. That's an agreement. We call upon now. Here of all those deals I bartered with hunters. I call them to judgment.
And I'll extend my hand and I will give up or invoke every deal that Gerard has ever sealed over however many lifetimes you feel that would be worthy, to try and buy time for us to escape and for whatever this old thing is to get fed.
I need a charm roll. I need you to know that the DC is 25. I need you to know you have advantage, and I need you to know that anybody can give him fate tokens at the cost of an injury right now.
I only have one fate token left, but I'll give it to him.
Okay.
Is it one injury per fate token or just?
You're just going to take an injury no matter how many fate tokens you give.
Cool.
So I got a 19.
Okay.
To come back, I had to give up all my fate tokens, so I have none. But someone gave me 1, so that explodes my d20.
Fuck yeah. I got you.
Does anyone else want to give another one? Because that's another 19.
I will give one.
Thank you. It explodes again. Much worse. So, what's that? 44.
The rolls. This game.
Gerard, your father, and you all see now this striking resemblance to Gerard, this figure that crushed Montgomery's demon, that has stepped forward into this place. The bemused smirk and smile very quickly drops from his face as he realizes the connotations. He looks at you, Archie, with a flash of recognition, and he's looking at whatever is above you, effectively. And I think you see that whatever this former man has consumed has put him to what he thinks is deityhood. But in the very essence of belief and religion and tulpas and everything like that. It's a lot of collective thought, right? Like things come into being because people think really hard about it. Gerard has just released every contract, every deal, every spoken word. That's tantamount to belief as far as I'm concerned. I suppose the question I have for the rest of the group is, do you believe in Gerard in this moment?
Yep.
Yeah.
We saw that smooch.
Yeah.
The gay is real. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
We believe in the power of the gay here.
The creature, the being, this hollow thing, it doesn't grin, it doesn't smile, it can't, but if it could, it would be a rabid dog leaping on a bone. As you see this tear appear across Gerard's father, another one, as it begins to be pulled in different directions. This, if you can call it that, being fed to whatever sleeps beneath the mountain. You all have a second to run here as the walls begin crumbling. You can feel whatever this chamber is about to stop existing entirely. So I will say everybody gets one action. Tell me how the fuck you're getting out of here.
My first thought is I grab Ella. If I'm close enough, I will try and grab Auggie, and I'm just like, let's go. And I'm literally just dragging Ella and trying to get out as fast as I can.
Okay, you begin running.
If I don't know where Auggie is in the mind map of things, but I will try and like, if he's close enough, I'd be like, grab him too.
Yeah, I feel like Augie's fairly close to Penny, but he's just like basically pushes her. He's like, go on, run on, Hunter.
Yeah, I think that unfortunately in this moment, Ella is also being very reactionary, and so despite being pushed by Penny, she still like wants to. She doesn't feel right about leaving everyone, and so seeing the particular. Ella doesn't know what's going on with Archie, but all she knows is that he has a blindfold on. So I think you feel her run from your grasp, and Ella yell out, like, Archibald! And try to basically give you which way to go, because that is just how she's feeling in this moment. Even if you can see, she doesn't know. So she's basically trying to be a beacon for Archibald.
Auggie distracted Penny for just long enough that you would be able to kind of like wrench free, because I think Penny in this moment is like, I'm not leaving without you, so you're coming with us. Don't tell me to run without you. That's not happening.
Archie, feeling that, knowing that this thing is consuming and thus going to implode or whatever is going to happen, you see him pull off the shirt that's been wrapped around his eyes, and kind of is taking everything in for that split moment, even if the second feels like minutes. You see him finally move over to Auggie. Just kind of, again, taking things in, hearing the rumbling, feeling, understanding that time is of the essence. I must admit, I was excited to come back. I was excited to feel the adventure once more. Not the standard happenstance that is the life across the pond. But it is clear that I am not leaving this place.
What the hell do you mean by that?
I am the secret keeper, and this one must be kept.
Archie, no, you just came back to me. No, you can't stay here. I need you to come with me. Please.
Country boy.
Please.
He's
don't
going
leave
to
me.
place a kiss upon Augie's lips if he lets him.
He will, and Auggie holds Archie there, like grabbing onto the tank top, just trying to hold him there. And in kissing back, you can feel the desperation of don't go.
Lord Master, I currently have 5 fate tokens.
Yep.
I did not use any on purpose. Or as less as I could. However much it requires, I am prepared to use all 5.
Okay.
In kissing Auggie and sharing the library with him, one. But more specifically, if the library is meant to keep secrets, it means it's meant to keep knowledge. And if it knows, then it knows everything. And it knows the truth in this universe is that Penny is Augustus's daughter. And he's going to be sure that Auggie remembers this. I want to use my fate tokens to give him his memory back.
You absolutely can do that. The embrace, the kiss, the flood of memories, and Auggie, you are torn between the two most important people in your life. But you gotta make a decision, my friend.
I'm just gonna say one more thing to make it worse for you. As he pulls back, you all can hear the shushing and the silence and the echoes of the ethereal librarian as this kiss, as this embrace is had. But as he pulls back, I have kept what feels like a millennia of secrets. But you kept mine.
And as you hear that, I think you hear the urgency come from Ella. Archibald! Oh, we gotta go! We gotta go! What are you doing? What are you doing? We gotta
Auggie knows that he can never truly keep Archie. That even when they were together, that Archie was in a way a free spirit, even if he was in a way tethered to something else. And as he pulls back and pulls away, releasing from this kiss, tears streaming down his face into his beard, he just looks, goes, the mountains are gonna be so empty without using them. I thought an ocean apart was space, but I love you. I love you, Archibald, with every ounce and fiber of my being. And that is a secret that I ain't gonna keep. I'm gonna make sure everyone knows. And he backs off, slowly walks away, but his hand's still holding out as Ella's words are calling to him.
I think he every ounce of his body wants to move and keep him there, or allow him to be pulled. But he knows that with the last of Hippocrates' gift, it's to keep this place hidden. And who knows, he might get a boon for it later, but right now, he's gotta go.
Montgomery, Gerard?
I think Montgomery will pull and clasp Gerard's hands into his, probably realizing we're probably the furthest away from the exit with where we were positioned, getting to the altar and everything that went down. I think quite blankly we'll look into Gerard's eyes. Is this the end of our story, Gerard?
Doesn't have to be. Maybe we can run. Maybe we'll make it out.
Do you want to take that chance?
For you, I would. You're worth it.
I think Montgomery will immediately stand and pull him up. Montgomery's got a bit of strength behind. I mean, he's been shirtless for 6 hours now. I keep forgetting that. Pull you up and start hauling ass. And I think as he runs, kind of repeating, and looking up as he runs. I was a servant once. If you hear me, a lost light here too. Lost lights that want to return to your rightful path, Father. Show us mercy. And he's just holding us as quickly as he can with all the strength he can. No matter what happens, he's not going to let go of Gerard, if that means he's going down with the ship. But we will try and make a break for it. I think, not obviously, we probably didn't ever hear the conversation that unwound between Archie and Augustus, but I think with a kind of nod of recognition, realizing that Archie isn't going to be coming with us, and obviously having some exposure to the library and some deeper understanding of the secrets that must be kept. Not even time for words, just a gentlemanly nod of acknowledgement that this is the last we'll probably be seeing of Archie as we continue trying to make an exit, if, of course, Gerard is coming with Montgomery.
Yeah, Gerard will be running with all haste. And he will, in fact, leave the briefcase, everything he had behind him. Not in need of that same binding, at least not right now. And he will look towards Archie as well. Again, the same sort of nod. Trying to gain just maybe a bit of an insight as to if he can see a different exit or if he's completely resigned to that fate he's already in at the moment.
You would see, I think, you would recognize the symbols and runes being formed in the air, as he is essentially ensuring that when this thing is sleeping or whatever is about to happen, that every ounce of this space and all aspects of planar existence is erased. The secret has to be kept.
As I'm making a choice.
Listen, but if y'all want to do stuff, do what you got to do.
Yeah, no. As Auggie starts to walk away, run away, 5 paces he stops, and he looks at Penny. And he goes, "I love you, baby girl. I love you so much, and I'm sorry that I forgot even a moment. You carry that with you." And he turns around and runs back to Archie. And as he does, he moves that ring from his middle finger to his ring and wraps his arms around Archie. He goes, "I can't be away from you. And you ain't doing
American shit."
The walls are crumbling, and I think Ella said it best when she said that to Archie it looked like a beacon. I think what we see as Montgomery and Gerard and Ella and Penny leave are these beautiful, bright streaks of light leaving. exiting up the cave system. The place is going down. There's no... Damn. There's no moment to stop. You all climb these stairs and you realize very quickly that the space is folding up to meet you. It was never that deep. It never took you that long to get here. Or did it? You don't know anymore. You get up to the basement, you burst out the door, you are at the edge of the clearing where the Silverbrook Motel was. Except it never was. It was never there. The forest took back what it was owed, and the secret is kept. And everybody standing here will remember it. And it is your secret to keep. But we see the final shot. Gerard Montgomery, hand in hand, a little flicker of flame between passing hands. We see Penny missing, arguably, the most important person in her life, and we see Ellie Young. Who knows what Ellie Young is going to do now? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to wrap the final episode of Crossroads.
Wow.
You guys so much.
Hang on.
Oh my
Let's get through. Everybody take a second. We gotta get through the wrap up. Omega, sorry, did you want to say something? I thought you were just gonna say something.
Oh no, you're totally good, totally good.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, I had to. I can't.
Thank you so much for watching. My name is Cloud O'Connor. This has been the final episode of this Hunters group of Crossroads. I'm gonna go around and do the promos. If y'all can get through it with me, that'd be really nice, and then we can talk about it afterwards. Arlo, who did I have the express pleasure of playing with tonight?
Hello. Hello. Father Montgomery, then Montgomery, then Demon, back to Father Montgomery, kind of, I guess, prelude, whatever happens afterwards. That was awesome. I don't have words, but yes, cool to be part of. I'm a TTRPG D&D content creator, and you can find me on all platforms at Lentric. And that'll do. Go ahead, Lachy.
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
My name's Lachy. I've had the absolute pleasure of being Gerard Cole, resolving my daddy issues, and getting to be a part of this incredible story. I'm injured in ways that words can't describe. But you can find me on the socials at MimicsDen. A podcast will be launching in March. I have the express pleasure of having Connor be a part of that as well. Look forward to seeing more promos come out.
Podcast at a time like this.
Dude, I'm trying.
It's true though. Lachy is very good at it. You should guys, if you don't listen to it, I'll fight you.
No, the demons win then, dude. That's what happens. I don't remember what else I needed to say here, so I'm going to pass it over to Jacob.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm here to emotionally wreck you. I played Augustus Auggie Calhouln, the lovable Southern Belle man. Yeah, you can find me. I'm an artist focusing on digital art as well as cosplay. So I love bringing characters to life, and so I love working with people. My brain is just like, what is happening? You can find me on all the socials at JrSchorlunch. That's JrSchor Lunch. And this has been an absolute pleasure playing with each and every one of you. And I love y'all.
Oh, I love you too. All right, Clem, who are you?
Hello, I'm Clem. You can find me on Twitch at xClementine. I'm a just chatting content creator. Sometimes I play games as well. We do a lot of discussion-based content, so very interactive, very communal, and we cover a lot of different topics. So I hope to see you there, and maybe we can debrief on this, because what a ride. A little Easter egg that I would like to pop in for the end. I definitely imagine my character Ella Young giving up SpectreElla and the socials for good in favor to become a hunter. I think that is her path after specifically getting under the wing after a bit of push from Penny. She goes under the wing of one Jean Worcestershire. So that is just a little shout out for a very special friend of ours.
Okay, we all get a headcanon afterwards now. Clem set the precedence. We're gonna go to Omega and we'll go to Sav, and then we'll loop back around and everyone gets a headcanon, okay? It's not a headcanon, it's canon. You guys write this fucking story. All right.
Oh my god.
Omega.
Hello, everyone. Again, Omega Jones here, also known as Quit Bart across all social media channels. You can find me many different places. I really don't know when and where this will be posted. I know where, but when, so I don't know what to say or don't say, but just find me where I'm posting. I will say that if you're in America and you will be at Magic Con in Chicago, I will be there. So definitely check that out. Headcanon. I mean, yeah, yes, absolutely. And I'm gonna do like this. The camera kind of pans through, and you hear small chatter for a moment. And as visuals come back, you notice that you're in a library. And as the camera continues to go, it goes towards the desk, where you see Archie is now the new librarian of the Library of Hunt. And at the same time, you'd hear shatter, and he'll scream out, Augustus! Because he's gotten Auggie a job in the afterlife. At the library. I'm letting him go die alone. No! Yes, that's yes.
Thank you so much.
And who knows, Penny might find a library card in a book one day.
You want us to come back to you?
Gotta return it.
That's fine. I'm okay. I can do this.
We believe in you. Lock in. We're professional. We're professionals. Come on.
Hi, I'm Savannah. Connor saved me for last so that I could stop crying, but unfortunately he put Omega right before me, so I started crying again. Oh god, I'm having a time. I'm having a great time.
Where can they find you? What's your name on the socials? Where do you exist?
Yes. If you want to see me make more characters like Penny and like any other crazy fictional characters, you can find me on Twitch on Sundays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at Not Quite Novelists. And then if you just want to talk about weird art and witchcraft and see me cry some more, probably over fictional characters, because I do that a lot, find me at TheDIYWitch on all of my other socials. So that's me.
What's your headcanon? Do you have one?
Yes. I think when Ella decides that she wants to become a hunter, I think Penny goes with her. I think Penny decides like she really sees like the potential and the like she sees a really good hunter in Ella. And I think they become a little hunting duo.
Aww. I love that. Okay, I said everyone else gets a canon moment. Montgomery and Gerard, I assume it's intrinsically linked.
You explain it first, Lachy, and then I'll tag on to it.
Oh yeah, so
Okay.
he's gonna write the card and you're just gonna put from Arlo at the bottom?
Yes, correct.
Alright, write the card.
Okay. So I think, if I may, that there's probably a good 2-3 years of oh, maybe not, maybe a week or two of just.
Bro, that's
these-
different.
Yeah, listen, I started one thought and then just went back the other way. You can edit around this, please. No, I'm
Nope.
kidding. There's about 3 weeks that pass, and in that time, it's the most peaceful Gerard's felt. We have a place back probably in the city where I will offer Montgomery to come with. It's bougie. It's as if the Corinthian from the Sandman was not a piece of shit, and in fact spent his immortality correctly. I would offer the father I would offer Montgomery the opportunity to come back to the cloth if he wishes. And one night there's a moment where you should where a voice creeps back into Gerard's mind. Just a little ashy flavored voice that is a little too familiar, a little pungent. And he would go to Montgomery, leaving just a card that says, "Don't worry, I always come back." And I will head back towards the bar and see Hank. I feel like I'm waiting for something again. And that's when my headcanon sort of puts me.
That was nice till you left me.
I come back.
Okay. Well, I think, yeah, same vein. I think upon the split, I think Montgomery goes back, hands over his. He doesn't take up the cloth again. He goes back to his parish, helps ordain in a new priest, and then I think in the couple of weeks, Gerard and Montgomery were together. They went to church, still actively went, and then I think still residing in your bougie homestead until you return. Montgomery will go teach the blind how to read. He'll open up a little pop-up shop and teach people Braille and get that satisfaction out of life. And then if Gerard doesn't return home in a couple of weeks, he's picking up his dual Glocks and he's going to go find him.
And Auggie, I assume you work the bar in the library now.
I mean, yeah, so my headcanon is that one, Auggie does not understand the filing system in the library and is constantly getting things mixed up and moved around, which infuriates Archie. He's like, I just don't understand this. Why would the A's go here? Listen, I just think it makes a lot more sense if we just kind of do it by color coding. But when he's not messing up the filing system, he will, Penny from time to time, will find bottles or little trinkets or whatever just randomly around in her truck where it wasn't there before. She was like, I don't remember putting this here, that has his handwriting on it. Just little things that he would use. And in the back of, potentially to her, it's just like, oh, like maybe he left this here, but he is going out and like leaving things as I'm not going to haunt anything. I know that I don't need to linger. I know the problems that causes, but I'm gonna let you know that I'm still here and that I still love you.
I wanted to piggyback on that. I wanted to piggyback on Omega's because I did have an extra idea. Just that when she does find a library card in a book, on the back of it is taped the photograph of her when she was a baby and her parents together that she had given up at the altar.
Okay. My headcanon is that someone pays Hank's tab at the bar.
I paid mine.
You think you're the only one that hasn't paid the tab? Alrighty. My name is Cloud O'Connor. I have this Twitch channel. I have the YouTube. You can buy cute little clothes if you're feeling so inclined. And I make the funny videos. And I bought a pretty funny wizard hat today for it. I have had the express pleasure of playing every antagonist this evening. And if you want to see more of this, tough luck, man. Sorry. This is the last of this group. No, I'm kidding. This is such a treat. I cannot express how much of a pleasure it is to be able to play with such talented performers where I can shut up and sit back and just watch everybody do their thing. It's incredible. It's a true it's a true testament to this space where you can gather a group of people from across the world and tell a story that it makes a group of people on a Zoom call cry. I think it's incredible. I have been Cloud Kill Connor. You have all been amazing. And I hope I get to see you all around the bar sometime, huh? All right. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.